Grab an inexpensive Lazy Susan and heavy-duty suction cup hooks. Attach one of the suction hooks to the inside of the tray based on the directions on the package. Place the final suction hook on the inside of the tray so that the tray now has multiple hooks attached. Flip it over to the bottom and use command strips or high-strength adhesive tape to mount. That's it. I hope this inspires you to use this hack to mount a Lazy Susan in your kitchen to hang pot holders with kitchen towels, cooking utensils, or even measuring spoons.
Let's head down to Dollar Tree. We're going to grab us a paper towel holder. We also need some pie tins. Grab 2 of those. First thing you're going to do is put some hot glue on the bottom of the paper towel holder. Just a few spots will do it. We need this to hold it on and keep it in place. Once you got the hot glue on, work a little fast and put it right in the middle. Once you get it there, put some more hot glue around the edges and that's going to hold it down. The more hot glue, the better. It's going to hold some weight. Don't worry if it doesn't look good. We're going to cover that all up. First thing you're going to do is put some hot glue right on the edge of the pan and take that rope and stick it on there. This is going to be the beginning of putting all the rope around the edges and through the pan. Put a little bit of dab of glue along the edges, a little bit at a time, and start circling it with the rope. You're going to work your way all the way around on the edge. Make sure this one looks nice because this is the starter piece. Once you get around, put some glue, and you're just going to keep going. Just keep working that glue, applying the rope as you go. It's going to hold it really nice. Once you get to the middle, it's time to get it a little bit on the inside there, but it's going to be time for us to start working it up the paper towel holder. You're going to do a couple of twists, keep it tight around the whole middle. I do about 4 or 5 at a time, and then you're just going to push all of the loose parts right back. Put some glue on top of the rope and around the sides, and then loop it again. This is what's going to hold the rope and keep it secure while you hold it in place. Let that glue take effect and hold it, and then once you got that dry, go ahead and work a little bit of glue on the sides of the metal, and that's going to keep it in place. Once you put the glue on, again, wrap it a few times, hold it while the glue dries, and then you can do a few spots at a time. You don't need to glue every layer. Just keep working its way up. I went about 4 of these ropes and got it all the way up to the top. Once you get to the top, we're just going to head and put some glue right at the top there, and we're going to pinch it together. That's all that's needed, and that's how we finished it off. The next part is we're going to take the 2 baskets and place them on top of the pan. That's going to help us with our height location. Take a zip tie, and you're going to go right above them, poke it right through the ropes. It's real easy to do. Once you get that first one through, stick the basket through, flip it around, and put it right back through the rope again. Go ahead and cinch up that zip tie and make it tight. We're going to go ahead also and work on the baskets on top. Once we get all of those together, remember those marbles? You're going to dump both of those bags straight into the bottom pin. Take the basket and your finished project and put it right on top, and look how freely that spins. Now, this is what we're going for. A rotating fruit basket. Easy to get to for the kids, for all of their selection. I hope this inspired you to build your own Dollar Tree rotating fruit basket.
Go to the dollar store and get 8 of these mini trays. You're also going to need 4 of these little mini crates as well. We are going to go and grab some white paint and start painting these. So start off by painting the inside. Make sure these, of course, are clean. I've noticed that these can get a little bit dusty because they do sit for a while. Paint the outside. You don't really need to paint the bottom on these ones, but you should be painting at least all sides. Make sure to get this side here as well. And now we're going to move on to these. You're going to be painting 4 of these white and 4 of these black. So let's go and paint these ones. Now the only difference with these ones is the circle area here. This is large, so you do need to paint this. After that is painted, now we're going to go and wait for those to dry and paint all of these black. So 2 of these small ones are going to be painting black. You don't need to paint the bottom again. Do make sure, however, to go and get these sides because these will be visible. And now we're going to go and paint 4 of these mini trays. To start this off, we're going to need to make an L shape with the wood. So glue one of these sides that has one of the holes, glue it to the back end of one of these pieces, hold it for a little bit, flip this, and now we're going to go and create almost a full U shape. Hold this down, put some glue onto one side where it has the circle along with also the back end, and we're going to go and press this together. Construct the next one, and do exactly what you did for the other one. Just glue everything together, wait for that to dry, and while that's drying, we're going to put some glue onto the first one that you went and did, put it on the top of every single one of these pieces here, and now we're going to go and take the other piece after it's dried as well and put it on top. After those are connected, put some glue onto the top as well, onto all of the different pieces that are here, and now we're going to go and put these little tiny mini crates that have the slats on the sides. Go and put some glue onto one side, go and line up another one of these, so I'm lining up this black one onto this white one, and these ones too will be a little bit closer into the center, so there will be some space. And after everything is glued down, if you notice that you accidentally got some paint onto anything, just use some more paint, cover it up, and let everything dry. Wood glue does take a couple of hours to fully dry, so definitely wait the amount of time that you should for it to dry. And now we can go and put this into our kitchen and figure out where we're going to put everything. So now I'm just going and taking some of the different powdered assortments of seasonings that I have, lining them up, finding their spot, and ones that I don't use, I'm putting onto the back. This large one does not fit here, but that's what the top is for, so any ones that are too large to fit on the bottom will go up here. And this is what it looks like, and this is going to save you some space in your kitchen.
To begin, I'm taking my 3 wooden circles and painting them with chalkboard paint and a sponge paintbrush that I got from Dollar Tree. Once I completely cover one side of the circle with paint, I'm going to set these aside to dry for a bit. I'm using 2 floating shelves from Dollar Tree for this step, and I'm disassembling the rope from the shelves first. Once the rope has been completely removed, I'm using white paint from Deco Art and my sponge paintbrush to apply the paint to both sides of the wood panels. I found 3 wooden crates at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be painting them this blue color from Dixie Belle called Savannah Mist. It's a chalk paint, and I'm using a short angled brush to apply the paint on all surfaces of the crates. Once everything that has been painted is dry, it's time to put it all together. I'm using E6000 glue to attach the wood circles to the center of the sides of the crates. I'm using clips from Dollar Tree to add some pressure and keep the circles in place while they dry. To assemble the crates to the wooden panels, I'm using a combination of hot glue and E6000 to secure them. This project will not be holding anything heavy, so I didn't feel the need to use screws or staples on this step. I'm laying one panel on the table and strategically placing my crates evenly. I want all the circles of my crates to face the same direction. When I'm happy with the placement, I secure it with my glue. I let one side dry a little bit before attaching the other wood panel. Once attached, I added some clips and some pressure to make sure it stayed in place securely. I measured my wood circles about 2 inches wide and decided to make some templates on Canva for my final step in this project. Once I created my templates, I printed them out and cut them to size. You could use a Cricut vinyl cutter for this step, but I wanted everyone to be able to tackle this project. Once my circles are cut to size, I'm using a pencil to cover a majority of the back of the template. Once the backs are covered, I'm using my pencil to trace the font I chose on the front side of the template. By doing this, it will apply the font template to the circle. Once the font was traced onto the circle, I'm using a white paint marker to cover it and create the template font in a permanent way on the circle. For the last step, I loaded up my beverage organizer with some of my favorite teas, coffee, hot cocoa mix, marshmallows, and some cinnamon sticks. It's a great way to keep hot beverage options organized and easy to find. I hope this inspired you to try this Dollar Tree beverage organizer project. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and see you next time.